Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Foundations of Abundant Income training. My name is Jacqueline, aka luxombabe. I own Luxom Consulting Group, which is a bookkeeping and consulting company for online entrepreneurs. I am a CFO, money witch, money healer. I've been helping people with money for over 5 years now, about 7 years. And also being behind the scenes, helping people streamline their finances through bookkeeping systems, financial processes, all of that kind of stuff. I love money. My fiance and I are 2-time lottery winners. And yeah, I think that's about sums it up if you haven't heard of me before. So today we're going to get into the foundations of abundant income because there is an awakening happening on this planet where people are starting to move towards deeper alignment with the work that we do, right? In an ideal world, everyone earns money from their soul's gifts. Everyone earns money from their divine service. Everyone is earning money and feeling abundant, living out their soul's purpose, right? I believe we all came to this planet with a specific purpose, and if we're blessed and we're lucky and we work hard for it, we can end up making that our occupation and our vocation and actually receiving money for it. So I'm going to walk you through some of the pillars I've developed for abundant income, almost for you to view this as a filter of paying attention to the money that you're receiving in your life and putting it through these filters, right? And to have a little guideline for myself, I am going to be using the Prosperity Planner and Workbook, which is a PDF download on my website for $4.99, or you can buy the print version on Amazon. But I basically outline it in here. So the first foundation of abundant income is going to be self-expression. If you're someone that has worked for a corporation for a long time, maybe you've worked in customer service, right? I used to work at Target. You know that there's times in your life where you want to say something to someone, but you just can't, right? Your job would be on the line if you said what you really thought. So to me, a foundation of abundant income is having complete self-expression. You can look the way you want to look, speak the way you want to speak, articulate yourself the way you want to. There's no compromise about self-expression. So when I think of self-expression in this context, I'm thinking vocally. You can say what you want to say. Now, of course, we all sometimes need to pay attention to our delivery of our speech and how we're actually communicating with people and making sure we're communicating effectively and efficiently, right? But there's a big difference between learning to be an articulate communicator and being able to express ourselves, and then holding back and stifling what we really want to say. So for me, my foundation of how I built my online presence, the people that I've connected with on social media, is by being very out and open about what I believe, what my values are, my opinions, because I never want someone to buy a course from me, sign up for something, work with me one-on-one, and they start to work with me and they don't seem to know who I am because my online persona doesn't match who I actually am, right? So this is especially important if you're planning on building an online brand, or if you have an online brand already. The person you are online and the person you are in real life, make that one person. That's self-expression right there. So this is like also how you find your niche community. This is how you find your people. You are not going to be for everyone, and especially being on the internet, what I've learned the last several years is you are really never going to please everyone. You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. You could be the juiciest peach and there's still going to be someone that doesn't like peaches. I mean, there's thousands of sayings I could keep going on and on about, but the point being that those people that aren't for you don't matter. The important thing is you finding your people, you finding your community, building your community, and serving those people that you're connecting with, right? As long as you are leading with integrity, you're being authentic to yourself, and you truly are grounded in what you came here to do and the services that you offer in your business, you really don't need to worry about the people that don't like you, right? If the people that don't like you, if all of your past customers don't like you, there might be something to pay attention to, right? If all of your past clients have something negative to say about you, that's something to pay attention to. But if it's just a bunch of random people on the internet that don't know you and they don't like you, that's small potatoes here. That's nothing that we actually need to pay attention to. So the main focus of this is to unblock your throat chakra. The main focus of this is to speak your mind, right? And then we move into creative freedom and flow. So this is another area that can be stifled by corporations, because there's also this, in addition to not being able to say what you want, there's also this not being able to, things need to look a certain way, so to speak, right? It's a lot about appearances. It's a lot about how things look rather than how things actually are or how things should be. And if you've worked in a corporate environment and you've been someone that has a solution for something, but it's a little bit unconventional and it kind of goes against the grain, and so it's not implemented, and you feel that feeling of like, oh, wow, I had a solution for this, but it was kind of shot down. That is limiting your creative freedom, your creative expression. And so this happens a lot, working for corporations. But also an important thing to think about with this too is the flow, the creative flow. When you're self-employed and you work for yourself, it's important not to mimic those boundaries or those limitations that we have working for a corporation, and we don't mimic that in our own business. In your own business, being self-employed, your work hours might not be 9 to 5. It might not even be Monday through Friday, right? It might be Sunday at 2 a.m. and you decide you want to, put together your website. So allow yourself to have those cycles and don't limit yourself to your preconceived ideas of how your income is supposed to look, how the hours that you work are supposed to look, how you are supposed to look, the appearances you're supposed to make. Another aspect of this is looking professional, right? Looking professional in lieu of our creative expression. And what this can mean, and I've experienced this firsthand being someone that has a bookkeeping business, trying to get bookkeeping clients the first couple years online. I really tried to polish things up. I tried to be fancy schmancy. I have an MBA and I'm going to tell everybody about it, and I'm going to use big words and appear really polished when actually this is how I talk. When actually this is how I express myself, and my clients are still deeply, deeply impacted. They're not looking for someone that is overly polished and speaks words that are way above their head. They're looking for someone down to earth that can explain things in basic terms to them. My personality is what is attracting that to people. And when you're covering that up and you're covering up your creative expression, you're not going to be able to connect with the people that you're here to divinely serve. You're not going to be able to connect with the people that you're supposed to serve through your soul's purpose, because you're masking yourself, right? So the third pillar to abundant income, this might not be a shock to anybody, but it's having an in-demand skill. So this is kind of our come back to reality moment, right? When we're building out these pillars of abundant income and we are, starting to take more control of our labor, we're building our own businesses and our own streams of earning income. It's also important to stay grounded that in order for your business to be profitable, your skill needs to be in demand. Luckily, the internet has expanded that capacity in who we can connect with. So you're not just connecting with people in a 5-mile radius of yourself anymore, right? You can connect with the entire world almost on the internet. But the point is that you need to have a skill that other people desire, that other people want to pay for. So this is especially important if you're looking to get into a highly in demand or a highly saturated market. The first thing that comes to mind is online coaching. There's thousands of fitness coaches out there. I mean, there's even thousands of money teachers out there, right? So the important thing is that you have that competitive edge. You have something that sets you apart and brings you back to the skill that is in demand. Why is your skill in demand? Why do people need to pay for it? What is this serving on a collective level, right? So super important as you explore the different occupations, the different ways that you make money, it's important to ground it back to it needs to be in demand. It can't be something that absolutely no one in the world is going to pay for, or it's going to be really difficult to find customers to pay for it. And I think a lot of times what we do is we have this idealistic view of what having our own business is going to look like, or what our occupation actually entails. When really, when we have a skill that we can fall back on, such as bookkeeping, accounting, coding, graphic design, these skills that no one can take away from you, that are often supplemented by education, sure, but you can learn a lot of skills online, a lot of in-demand skills online, basically for free, right? When you have a skill like that no one can take away from you, that is your security. Then once you build up that security, you can go into all of these other areas, making ebooks. You can go into all of these other areas of selling different products, selling different services, because you have that foundation and you have that security of an in-demand skill. A lot of times when people try to start businesses without that, they haven't developed their own education, their own skill set, even around coaching or things like that. And they're not making that the forefront of their business, then what happens is you have dissatisfied customers. You have people that, aren't really served by you because you didn't spend that time to hone your craft and hone in your skill. So again, it's not a fallback plan. It's more of like, view it as like the trunk of the tree, right? The trunk of the tree comes back to these core skills, and all of the branches get to be all of the different ways in which we express that. And maybe you have multiple trees, right? Maybe you have multiple skills that you want to express, and it's about really refining which one is going to be the best for you, or which couple is going to be the best for you. Not that you even need to narrow down on one either. So the final foundation of abundant income, the final pillar here, is divine service or your soul's purpose, right? And it depends how you view this and what your worldview is. Do you view that there's a divine force out there and you are here to serve that divine force? Are you here to serve God? Are you here to serve universal forces? You here to serve Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, whatever worldview you have around that, right? Or do you view it as an individual soul's purpose? And you might view it as both, which I definitely do. My soul came here to express something specific, and I'm here to follow what that calling actually is. So when you're doing what you're truly loving and you're helping people while you're doing it, you're living in your soul's purpose. An important distinction here to make is that your occupation doesn't always relate to your soul's purpose, right? You can serve people and you can be that divine force no matter what your occupation is. You could work at the gas station and you can serve people and you can be in divine service. You can make people smile every single day. So it's not about you have this occupation that's way up here and this is going to set you apart and this is going to make you so divine. It's about of course, let's take control of our labor. Let's try to build out these other income sources that we desire and start to earn money from our soul's gifts. However, what you're doing right now for money can start to become more and more divine, can start to follow more of that soul's purpose. For example, if you feel you're put here on this planet to help people break through their limitations around relationships, right? You have a fantastic relationship and you want to help other people achieve that. That's not something that you need to wait to be a marriage counselor for, that you don't need to wait to be, certified in that area or start your own business in that area. That's something you can start helping people with right now. So bring it past that filter of that divine service, right? That soul's purpose of what you came here to be. And an affirmation to help with that is, the more I serve, the more abundant I am. The deeper you serve, the more abundance you're bringing into your life. So that basically sums up the foundations for abundant income. I hope you enjoyed this training and this small chat that we had here today. I would love to connect with you more on my Instagram, which is at luxombabe, or my YouTube channel, which is also at luxombabe, where I post fun content, reaction videos, all of that kind of stuff. If you're interested in diving into your money work even more, definitely check out the Prosperity Planner and Workbook. You can buy it on Amazon, just get it shipped to you. Or if you have a printer, just buy the digital version and print it out. It's only $4.99 to do so. And I look forward to connecting with you soon. Have a great day.